Hey friends, here's a really adorable chunky block double-sided home decor piece that we're going to make. It turned out so cute. So here are the prints. They're in two of my different Etsy listings, and those will be linked below the video. And these are the chunky blocks that I get on Amazon, and they are awesome. They are 1 inch thick, and they measure 3 inches by 5 inches roughly. And they're just so fun because you don't have to do double-sided, but you have that option. It's just so great because they're thick enough that they sit by themselves. And so I'm doing double-sided little fun decor pieces with them. And I am Tammy. Happy to be with you today. I am with My Whimsical Day and so glad you're here with us today. So as you can see, I put a generous layer of Mod Podge on the top on one side, and I pre-cut the images before I started the video, so I already had them cut out, and I dried the Mod Podge, and then I set the image on top, and then I put my parchment paper on and ironed them with my mini heat press, probably about 20 to 30 seconds. And now I'm doing the same exact process on the other side, making sure I get it clear to the edges and the corners. And I'll give that a dry too. And it was still lightly, it wasn't fully dry, but it was tacky and mostly dry. And so once that's dry enough, I'll set my print on it and do the same thing I did on the other side. And these are roughly a 1/16 inch to an 1/8 inch bigger all the way around. And I like it that way because I like to sand the excess off. And so that's what I will do when I get both these sides ironed on. And you can see how quick and easy it is, and that heat just reactivates that Mod Podge and gets it so it's adhered on there really, really well. So I'm just using my little mini sander and sanding the excess off around all four sides on both sides. And that gives it a nice, smooth, clean, crisp finish. And I'm doing it on the second side. And I just love these prints. They just make me giddy. They're just so darling, so cute. So I'm just kind of wiping the paper dust off both sides I could fill on there. So now this is my mini cordless power drill. It's not as powerful as the ones that our husbands or you have out in the garage, but this is perfect for me to have at my little craft table, just for the little holes that I need drilled. And so I'm just going to drill in maybe a 1/4 inch deep, I don't know, roughly. And, you know, they're not super powerful, but again, it just is perfect for my needs here at my craft table. So I'm drilling that in. This is my desktop vacuum cleaner. I'm just kind of sucking up that sawdust. And I've got a little hole at the top, at the center. This is my rebar wire. It's black. I get this on Amazon as well. And I'm just using some little tiny needle nose pliers that I get at the Dollar Tree. And I'm grabbing that and I'm just going round and round and just kind of making it a circular, getting bigger around as I go. And I'm just going to do a few rotations around till I think it looks good. I just want this to be the decoration at the top, and it will show nicely from both sides. I'm just kind of gently bending it, trying to make smooth curls and not, hard bends. Once I get it to a length, then I can cut it off. Just keep working with it and going around a little bit more. Trying to make those curls smooth and round. When it looks good, I kind of bend that last little piece of wire down straight and clip the excess off that I don't need. Then I'm going to put some super glue down in that hole. Right now I'm just trying to get it flat. So I'm going to put some super glue down there and on the wire a little bit. That won't hold right away, obviously, but I'll hold it there in place. And then I will put a lot of hot glue on there. And that takes a little bit, because it's so thick, Maybe I put too much, but it takes a little bit for it to dry, that I have to hold it a bit until it's sets and dried. So once that's set and dried, then we can go from there. So I'm using this lace ribbon. I think it's a little over an inch wide. It's an inch and a quarter maybe. And I'm doing the awareness shape bow. So I start out with the awareness shape and then gather it in the middle. And I'm just cutting it off so the tails will be kind of short. I'm just using some thread that I have handy at my area. And I'm going to wrap that around 2 or 3 times. Then tie it in a knot in the back. And I realized I didn't have it in the center. So after I get that kind of tied, I need to slide it over so it's in the center. And once it's in the center, then I finish tying that in a tight knot. I'll cut off the excess and then because that will be glued down. So I'm going to do a second one and try to match it exactly like that. I want it the same size or thereabouts. I'm going to do the same thing with the string. Just tie that in a little knot, and then when I glue it on, the ends of that string will be glued so that it's not going anywhere. These are really cute bows. They turned out really nice. So I'm just trimming up the tails, trying to make them even. So I'm going to glue one on each side of that. So it doesn't matter which side you have facing out for decor, you will see these bows. And just kind of situate them and pinch them in the middle towards each other till that glue sets. And I printed some little tags just on regular paper, so it's not on cardstock or anything, but I've got some sayings, and I'm going to trim them down real small. So this first one says bloom. And I'm cutting it as small and little as I can get it, and then I'm going to glue it just with a regular glue stick onto a piece of chipboard, scrap piece I have around here. And I'm leaving maybe an 1/8 inch around the edges, maybe a little bit less. And then I'm going to distress all around the edges with Tim Holtz Distress Ink in Vintage Photo. Just define those edges and darken it up. Then I'm going to glue this one right on the print itself, right at the bottom towards the right. I was first unsure if I would put it in the center or just where, but I decided to put it down bottom right. And I'm leaving roughly an 1/8 inch of a border around that as well. So that's what I'm doing on that side. Then this side will be an actual tag that will be hanging from our bow. And this is Berry Sweet. And I'm going to do the same thing on the chipboard. And I'm still leaving the roughly an 1/8 inch border around that as well. And I will also distress that one too. And I first tried to make a hole just with my little thread, my needle that I'm using, but I couldn't get it to go through without bending my tag. So then I end up just using my little small hole punch. But I'm going to use that same white thread, fold it in half and stick that loop through the hole. Then I'll bring those tail ends up through that loop and pull them snugly. So now I want it hanging at an angle, so I'm just cutting off the excess and I'm going to glue that right in the center of that bow. And I want it to hang at an angle. So before we get there, now I'm going to make 2 little tiny bows with this buffalo check black and white ribbon. And I will glue these right in the center of both sides of the cream lace bow. That will cover the ends of the thread. Then I'll do the same thing on the other side. And that tag is hanging a little lower than I wanted it to. It's hanging, covering up some of the image. So I think off camera I end up gluing it up higher to the ribbon so it will stay where I want it to stay. But I think this turned out so, so cute. I hope you think it's cute too. Hope this inspires you to make something similar. I really appreciate you watching my videos, and I appreciate the support. You have a whimsical day.